So one of my favorite people, and we were just laughing. So Amy DeBusk is with me, and so much fun because you're in the boot camp, we're in the class, and not only that, you've been in and around the loan officer, I mean, really the mortgage marketing animals community for a while now. And we were on the phone last week, and girl, you're killing it. You got 10 loans funding this month. You've already got 9 in the pipeline for last month. Hey, but Amy, here's what I thought we'd talk about because it wasn't just a few months ago, you were just doing a handful of loans. And you talk like it. So I'm like, look, we got to get on. I love you to death. Let's talk about what's going on in your business and what you're doing because you're seeing great success. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Steve. I was very happy to be here. I was thinking this weekend about this, and I was thinking, gosh, you can headline this, how to go from 0 to 10 in 4 months.
Great. Hey, done, done. All right. So tell us, how do we go from 0 to 10 in 4 months? Because listen, there's so many people, whether they're at 5 and they used to be at 20, whether they're at 0 and their goal is to get to 10, like that's remarkable. So 0 to 10 in 4 months, what'd you do? Where'd you start? How did we get here?
Sure. I would say first, I had a really big why.
Okay.
And yeah, I have a really big why. My husband has been crushing it out there, supporting our family and working out of town, working 80 hours a week.
Wow.
And it's just too much and too hard on our family. So I needed to make more money. So
Done.
that was my why. And
Yeah.
and then, gosh, I was so lost, Steve, for a year and a half.
Yeah.
The market with the down market, I kind of felt like I was alone on an island and I put myself there. So full
Yeah.
disclosure, worked from home, on my own. I could go to the office, but I chose to work from home. And so I was just super lost and didn't have a plan, didn't have any structure around my day, probably was working about 15 hours a week. And I just fell upon the Loan Officer Breakfast Club.
Wow. So that was your first exposure was
Yep,
the Loan Officer Breakfast
yep,
Club. That kind of got you into, wow, there can be a better way with a bunch of people moving in the same direction. I don't
yes,
have to be lost on an island by myself. Hey,
yes.
how long have you been in the business?
25 years.
Wow. So you're not a newbie. You've been doing this a while.
No,
However, the last year or so, you've felt lost. I got it.
the newbies actually are having an easier time than the old timers.
Yeah, and I think some of that is because yeah, I think you got to be with a community of people in part because the way business used to be done. Now, there's some foundations that are still foundations, but we've got to be more strategic and we got to know that we're doing the right activity that actually moves the needle and is not busy work. So, hey, so okay, you get involved with the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, you get into the Alliance, the boot camp. What are you doing? Like, what were your first activities and actions? And
Yep.
how did you begin to turn the corner from goose egg 0, 1, 2 loans a month to 10? So talk to us about that journey.
So, I actually was looking for a new CRM. So I bought the loan officer CRM first.
Yes.
And then a week later, I talked to Kristen about joining Mortgage Marketing Animals.
Yeah.
And so then I joined Mortgage Marketing Animals, and my first day of Call Stars was August 5th. And I was just hooked. I mean, I was hooked from the moment I got on the Breakfast Club, just to see there was live people talking. My time was 5:30 in the morning, and
Right.
there were loan officers talking. Oh my gosh, talking about business. And anyway, so I just immediately I felt like I found my tribe, right? But Call Stars, oh my gosh, the community in Call Stars is, I can't say enough about it. They're just class act people, and they're such givers and willing to like help you. I mean, I don't know. It was amazing from day one. And so what really moved the needle for me in the very beginning was having a plan, because
Yeah.
I didn't have a plan. And maybe I did in the past, but I never stuck to it.
Yeah.
And then the structure, and I'm kind of an all in or all out kind of girl. Like, I either take massive action or nothing at all.
Mhm. Oh,
So this worked for me because I was like, all right, massive action every day. And I needed every day. Like my office does a power hour once a week. Well, that wasn't enough for me. I
Mm,
needed something every day, but in seat where I could be held accountable. And I knew I had people that were, maybe wanting to see me, or, at least I was going to see other people. Uh,
yeah.
and it worked for me because it was at home, Steve. Like,
Mm.
I love working from home. And so to have this community come into my own home office was just the trifecta of it all.
I love it. Hey, and ease too, utilizing technology I mean, in Call Stars is such a great gift. It's where a bunch of us come together on East Coast, West Coast time, and for 2 hours, Monday through Thursday, make strategic outbound calls that we know are moving the needle. So, okay, so you join the mortgage marketing animals. So now you're getting a plan, you're attending Call Stars. What helped you get some of the first results? Like you're starting, like when you started making calls, were they easy? Number one, who were you calling? How did you start to activate the agent relationships and what it took to start going from 0 to 10?
I mean, I was really lucky because I did have the loan officer CRM
Yeah,
from day one. So
yeah.
I had a qualified list of realtors that I could call on that the loan officer CRM provides. And I was like, okay, now
Just
here's
dialed in. You
the
said, give me a
plan.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, now I have the daily success plan and I have the scripts, and I'll never forget my first day on Call Stars. I'm like, so what? You just want me to call these realtors and say, hey, congratulations on your business. Can we meet? And I remember Vincent, he's like, yeah, that's what you say. I'm like, okay, I got this. So, my first day I had some luck. I made got like four appointments, beginner's luck, right?
Wow.
And it
Hey,
was so
did you
cool.
rebuild your business? Like, did you wake up old agent relationships that are qualified? This is something we talk about is so important, is making sure that the agents you're going after actually have the business, because the ones who used to be qualified, used to have business, we've watched, it's a lot like it is in the loan officer arena. They're either thriving or they're starving. And you got to make sure that you're spending your prospecting hours going after the right people. So for you, was it going after new relationships or waking up old ones?
Well, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I will say this, that was an alarming realization for me, Steve,
Yeah.
because I immediately, when I got the loan officer CRM Redder, I qualified all my agents,
Yeah.
and I was shocked. I understood now why nobody was referring me
They
because they
liked you. They just
have the
didn't have any
business.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was shocking, I had a whale that I'd been working with for, 4 years. I had no idea that she did the business that she did. She just wasn't giving it all to me.
I
So
love it.
it's
So
super
there was an
like,
awareness of, look, either I've been going after the wrong people, because you know what that does, Amy? When you're going after the wrong people and you're like, why isn't this working? And it almost creates doubt, like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with the process? What's wrong with the plan? And the reality is there's nothing wrong. It's the wrong people. It's like fishing in a pond where there's no fish. And then you sit there all day and you're like, I hate fishing. No, no, you weren't fishing. You were just throwing a lure in water. Fishing is going where there are fish. So
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That was huge. I needed to hear that. It's not that they don't like you. They don't have the loans to give you,
They
you know?
like you. They give them to you. They wish they had to give them to
Right,
you.
right,
Right.
right.
I
So,
love it.
just that change of my mindset was huge. And then, like being selective on who I spend my time and energy with.
Yeah.
If you're doing two deals a year, that's great, but that's not where I need to be focused my energy on. So that was number one. But the daily success plan, Steve, and making those calls every single day and having a plan on who I'm going to call every single day was huge
Yeah.
because, being in the business for 25 years, I did a lot of right things a little bit of the time.
Mm.
It was never a strategic plan that happened every day without fail.
Wow.
One of the things that the coaches say, Meg and Jen, they're amazing. They say, the magic is in the consistency.
Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. I'd also love to hear from you. Make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or what it is you want to see next. And we'll see you on the inside. See you. Mhm.
I get a little emotional about this because I love my boss to death, but he used to always say, Amy, when you're consistent, you're amazing, but consistency is your problem. So, but after for the last 6 months, I am consistent. This is my new normal.
Mm.
I'm a very consistent person and I thrive on consistency now, which is the miracle.
I love it. I love it. Hey, and you know what you've done? You took a limiting past experience and you've reframed it into a belief and faith. And it is possible. And not only is it possible, it's my new identity. I love who
100%.
you are. I love it.
What
We say,
I'm known for now, Steve. My
yeah,
are like, wow, Amy, you're just like a machine. Your
that's it.
follow-up system is tried and true. I'm like, yes, it is.
Yeah, you're taking on a new identity, and then instead, that's where it becomes. That's just what we do. It's just who I am. It's just what we do. We got to process. We got
Yeah,
to process to prospect. We got to process to follow up. We got to process to how we do things around here the same way every time. And what happens is what used to be a limitation now becomes leverage, and that
yeah.
leverage is what's transforming your business. And I love it. It's so fun. Hey, let me ask you this: what do you think is so? And I think I know, like. What do you wish you would have known 6 months ago, or even for somebody who's starting out? What do you wish you would have known that you know now?
Mm, maybe that it works.
Okay. Yeah. That it works. What part
Yeah,
works?
it works all the time, every time.
Hmm.
Follow the plan. It works all the time, every time. And honestly, I wish I would have known the stats. This is what I really wish. I wish I would have known the stats on the what percentage of the areas of business that you get from. So like, realtors get referrals that realtors give you. I think what is it? 76%
Yeah. Yeah. It's
convert.
over 70%. That's right.
So the conversion ratios, like I spent some money at right before I joined all this, I spent some money on whatever, another system, a shiny object, right? And
Yeah.
and I wish I would have held off on that until I got this in place.
Yeah. Hey, and Amy, the numbers you're looking for, 78% of originators get their leads from referral partners, which are going to be your agents, 8% from past clients, and 2% from direct to consumer. So
And
I,
then and then the conversion ratio when a realtor gives you a
yeah,
referral,
yeah, it's 25%. Yeah, you're going to go to closing about 25%, 1 out of 4.
1 out of 4. Right, right, right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
hey, and you know what's powerful about it is we talk about it in the boot camp. I know in week 2 and in week 3, we talk a lot about numbers because when you understand numbers, I think that's where I don't think that's where the emotion gets out of it. It's like there's no more emotion. It's tactical. Like either I hit these numbers or I don't. If I'm not, what can I do to get closer to the numbers we know are the averages? And then it's just a tactical decision every single day. I'm going to show up and do this number or do this work. So proud of you. Hey, what do you think? What do you think some of your biggest lessons that have impacted you over the last 3 to 6 months? Give me 2 or 3 of your biggest lessons.
That well, number one, that motivation does not get you to the finish line. It's
Mm,
discipline
mm,
and it's doing things every day, having, consistency and doing things, having a plan that you do whether you feel like it or not.
mm,
Because I used to only go off of, oh, well, I'm really in the mood today. Well, in the last 6 months, I promise you, there were a couple days where I was not in the mood to call new realtors that didn't want to hear from me.
mhm. I love
Yeah.
it. Okay, what else? Give me another one.
What else? What else have I learned? Ask the question again.
Yeah. So what do you think? Like, what is something you've learned over the last 3 to 6 months that you would encourage somebody who's listening today? Lessons that have impacted you.
Oh, well, that I have a lot to offer. And
Mm.
then if you've been in the business for a really long time, that you bring a lot to the party. And that, realtors out there that, they need good loan officers in their lives.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Hey, so you have a lot to offer. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is.
You're great at what you do, and people want to work with you.
And that you don't have to bring a shiny object to a realtor to build a relationship with them and start getting business from them. You just bring you.
Mm. Hey, that is a big point right there. Because we think, oh, I got to go help them grow their business and I got to provide this value and that value. You know what's so interesting? Every realtor that has a financed client looking to buy a property that they're showing, guess what they have to have?
A loan
Us,
officer,
a loan officer. Woohoo! Guess what? And the best loan officers in the business are us.
yeah, yeah,
So you know what that does though? It's a mindset shift. It's like they're rejecting me. They don't want me. No, 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 they don't know you. If they knew you, they'd choose you. The right ones would. So it's so
right.
powerful.
So
Uh,
mine, I have a mantra on my desk, and I say, so this is my new phrase. I'm unapologetically looking for my tribe. Just
Ooh,
want to know if you're part of my tribe.
so good. And you know what it does? It creates the anticipation. Now in prospecting, I'm having a lot of fun. And when
Yeah,
I hear a no, it's not no, it just gets me closer to my tribe. And when I find my tribe, we have a lot of fun doing business together.
yeah, yeah.
So fun.
I will say
Hey,
this, so the community, Steve, and I'm so grateful that I got to that I am participating in your boot camp, and that I'm grateful that I got to do the boot camp after I had been, implementing the daily success plan for 3 months or 4 months, after I'd been in mortgage marketing animals and been part of the loan officer CRM, because I feel like I'm getting so much more out of the boot camp because I've already worked the plan.
yeah, you work in it and now it's just refining it. So,
Yeah.
hey, grateful to be on this journey with you. Give us some closing thoughts as we wrap up the podcast. First off, yeah, give us some closing thoughts.
I would say, oh, I have an insight that I wanted to share with you. When I first started with Loan Officer Breakfast Club, and there's a phrase that Kevin calls, it's the hopium phrase.
Yeah.
I really was like hoping that the interest rates would drop and that the market would turn around. And I'm really glad that the interest rates haven't dropped yet, because now I don't think about that anymore. I don't
Mm,
care where the interest rates are at. I don't care what the market's doing, because what I'm doing is moving the needle, and this is going to be for the rest of my career.
yeah.
It's not indicative of what the market's doing. And so
Mm,
I'm really appreciate that this market has stayed a little more challenging for a little longer, because now I get to take credit for my success. It's not because the interest rates drop. The 10 loans that I did this month, or I'm doing this month, Steve, they're purchase business that I got out of doing the daily activities in the daily
mm,
success plan.
let's
They're,
go.
they're loans that I got out of the loan officer CRM from mining my database, from asking the right questions and asking for referrals. That's huge for a
It
loan
is.
officer that's been in business for 25 years, has been through three downturn markets, and in the past is this hoping for the market to come back,
I love it. Let's
so
go.
that's
Hey,
my
you're
final
such
thought.
an encouragement. I'm so proud of you. And you show up every single day. You are an inspiration to people. And I want to encourage you, just keep doing what you're doing, because there's so many across the country that are watching you, your stories and inspiration. And thank you for being you. Thank you for the what you bring. I see your love and compassion and passion for helping people, and your willingness to help others. I got to tell you, you're remarkable. Thank you for being on the podcast. Thank you for being
Thank you for
part of our
having me.
tribe, and honored to be a part of just a part of the story. And
Yeah,
this story's, we're just getting started.
we are
Look
just
where
getting
we're going to be in the
started.
next 6 to 10 months is just remarkable. You'll be at 20 plus units. We'll have you back on, and then
All
you'll
right,
talk about
awesome.
what you did. So, Amy, thank you for being here. Grateful to be on the journey with you.
Thank you, Steve. Have a great day.
From 0 to 10 loans, absolutely loved it. Hey, if you want to learn more about the boot camp, Carla White and I are doing the Boot Camp Alliance, and would love to help you learn more about it. Go to loanofficersuccess.com, loanofficersuccess.com. On the right hand side, it'll ask for a couple of pieces of information. fill that out, hit submit. Myself or somebody on the team will call you and see if the boot camp is the right fit for you. But here's what I know. Right now, you can have massive success, and it doesn't take years to build your business. You can do it in months when you focus on the right activity in a cool community that helps you stay consistent and accountable. You too can have phenomenal success. We believe that just like Amy and so many of the others that have gone through the Bootcamp Alliance and are currently a part of it, you can have great success. Don't wait any longer. Take massive action. Loanofficersuccess.com, and hope to see you on the inside. See you.